morning, Red K Nation. Good morning, Facebook. This is why I hate New Jersey. Too many cars, not enough asphalt. What's happening, Red K Nation? What's happening, Facebook? Today is Friday, December 1st. Exactly 3 weeks to Christmas. Hope you all are saving for it. I had a driver private message me and wanted me to do a video on accident reporting and what you should do in case you're involved in an accident. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I know and that I do in case I'm involved in an accident, rather it be with a four-wheeler or at the shippers and receivers and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, now when we talk about accidents, you know, that could be anything from getting tied up with a four-wheeler or simply backing into the dock wrong, something of that nature. All them accidents have to be reported, but if you're in a major accident and you're involved with other four-wheelers or, you know, another semi-truck, something like that, first thing you want to do is call 911. If those people are injured, and you know, make sure you got help coming. The second thing you want to do is never admit guilt to anybody. You know, let a court of law figure that one out. The third thing you want to do is document. My company gives us a little accident kit called Act Fast. You know, take down the facts, protect you and your company from insurance fraud. Inside here, it's got a nice little deal, if you can see that, where I put my information, the other drivers involved information, and anybody that's injured's information, and then it gives you a blank sheet to take notes. You want to write everything down. You want to write down exactly where you're at, what happened, you know, everything. You know, on the back side, when you open this up, it shows what kind of property damage you have, describe the accident, and it gives you a graph to where you can actually kind of draw a picture of the accident. And that way you can describe exactly in your own words what happened. And then at the bottom of that, it even gives you like road conditions and, you know, heavy traffic, light traffic, whatever. You know, get one of these. This is nice to have. Along with this booklet, they also give you a disposable camera. Now, I've been told that you know, most of us have smartphones and we'll take pictures and stuff like that, which is all good, but in a court of law, they can say that digital photographs can be altered. This can't. This is a disposable 35mm camera. So buy one of these, keep it in your truck, and take every picture on this thing, you know, picture everything, you know, take pictures of license plates of the other vehicles, take pictures of the damage, take pictures of the current road conditions. Just get a big, you know, pictures of everything. If you're first aid certified, or you're like me, you know, I'm still an EMT, I will administer first aid on people if they're injured. But when the first responders or the EMTs show up, hands off. You know, there is a thing called a Good Samaritan law. Even as an EMT, I don't have a duty to act, but morally, I'm going to help somebody if they're hurt. So that's your discretion. You know, if somebody's hurt bad and you can help them, you'll help them out. You know, if you don't want to because of liability reasons, that's perfectly understandable. Just make sure you call 911 and get help to them. If you're a company driver, companies all have their policies and procedures, so you need to follow that also. My company, you know, as soon as the accident happens, my second phone call is to the safety department and let them know what's going on, you know, so that way, you know, if my truck's disabled, they can, you know, get a wrecker out to me or what have you, or heaven forbid, if I'm injured, if I'm capable of calling them and saying, hey, I'm injured, I'm going to the hospital, they're aware of what's going on, so they can recover their truck or find out where their truck's going to be. In accidents at the shippers and receivers is a little bit different. You're still going to want to document everything, take pictures, call your safety department, but don't don't bang into a trailer or into knock a yellow post down or something like that and just take off, because a lot of these places have closed circuit security cameras, and they're more than likely going to catch catch the damage on video somewhere, and that's just going to make it 10 times worse. Then you're going to get a hit and run charge against you. So even if you're on private property and it's a minor damage, rather be backing into a dock the wrong way or whatever, just report it to that receiver or that shipper and then call your safety department. It's better to cover your ass. All of us are human. We all make mistakes. Accidents are going to happen. To you guys that's been out here for a long time and never had an accident, man, more power to you. I've never had an accident that's been my fault, but I've had 3 accidents where I had a 4-wheeler that cut me off and whizzed in front of me and slammed on his brakes, and I hit him. And situations like that you're going to have, because these people in these 4-wheelers don't understand the physics behind these semi trucks and how heavy they are. My recommendation to you is get a dash cam. I run a dash cam in my truck all the time, and it's always running. The company also has this camera up here, but the only problem with that is that camera's not going to trip unless this down here senses a critical event. Well, Red K Nation, YouTube, that's about all I had for today. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm trying to build my own personal channel up. And for you Red K members, if you have any suggestions or thoughts on this video or future videos you'd like me to do, please drop a comment or a private message me, and we'll get that video on. So until next time, I hope you all have a great weekend. As for me, I'm in New Jersey, got my load that I'm going home with, so probably won't make it home till tomorrow morning, but at least I'm headed that way. Have a super fine one. This is Trucker Dave, and I'm back quiet.